So I swear to God, when I film, my neighbors think I'm crazy. So this week I want to talk about Warped Tour because it's been on my mind a lot lately. It started yesterday in Houston, and there's a lot of YouTubers there like Bryanstars and Damon Fizzy and people that I, kind of grew up watching when I was in middle school. I watched Brian's interviews all the time because they always make me laugh. And I attend Warped Tour every year, and I'm going this year with my best friend Sierra and her friend Bree and Iana. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name because I haven't met her yet. And anyway, so this year the band lineup is not as heavy as it was last year as for me. I have a couple of bands that I really want to see, but the rest of the day is kind of just gonna be chill. I'm gonna meet Brian, hopefully. He said meet and greets 1:30 every day, so I'm gonna stand in that line. I want to see Of Mice and Men and Fallen Universe and We Are the In Crowd and, mainstream stuff. But I'm really, really, really excited for it this year, so I thought, why not do a Warped Tour survival video? And so that's what I'm doing. So, first rule of Warped Tour, don't die. That's not fun. Basically, drink lots and lots of water. Because if you don't, you'll get dehydrated and then you, pass out, like I almost did one year. Except there's this really cool guy, his name was, Andrew, from Just Like Thieves. Sorry, I don't know why I spaced. You guys might not have heard of Just Like Thieves. They weren't exactly popular before they broke up, but I like them a lot, and I have, their CDs and all that stuff. And he bought me water, and we brought him sandwiches, so I guess that was good. The second one is if you're gonna mosh, do it smart. Don't get in there and beat the shit out of somebody. Be cool. And help people up if they fall. And if you're a girl, especially, moshing is fun. Don't get me wrong, I do it all the time. But watch your surroundings, because there are guys in there, and you have those people that do that, hardcore, throwing my arms everywhere thing. So watch yourself. So number 3, I would say, is if you are going to go see bands that are back-to-back, sunburn, and you're not going to have enough water, and you're going to want to pass out, and you're going to end up leaving before you even see the band that you want to see, because the stages alternate in order to let other bands play, so they're not playing for each other. Wear light clothing. I know there was this one guy at Warped Rubies who was the water guy that wore black long sleeves every single day at Warped, and he's it keeps me cool because I'm sweating. Don't do that, because I tried it, and it makes you really hot, and you get dehydrated. White deflects the sun, so if you don't want to get sunburned, you don't want to be super hot, wear white. Do wear loose tank tops or t-shirts. If you're going to rip the sides off of the t-shirt, that's what you should wear to Warped Tour. It's probably the coolest option to have, and shorts. Do wear closed-toed shoes. Do not wear flip-flops. You're not doing that. That's probably the best idea the hard way. Unless you're going to be barefoot, just keep in mind there's glass all over break it or choke you, and it's just not a good idea. Don't take on makeup. You're gonna sweat. Like, sorry guys, like none of this applies to you. Girls, you're gonna sweat. That eyeliner that you're wearing looks real cute in the morning, it's gonna go down your face, so don't wear it. Don't wear Toms. You're going to get them lost. They're gonna be in the dirt, you're not gonna be able to find them. It's just not a good idea. They do have a bag check, so take a backpack with water in it and money and like important things to get signed by bands, because we all know we want to go to meet and greets. A drawstring would be lighter, but it's not going to hold everything. They do have free drawstrings when you get there, so those are pretty cool. Wear sunglasses, you can put those in your bag, but don't put any, drugs in there. If you're going to take drugs, you're going to get caught. It happens. There was 16 arrests last year at my age, so just don't bring drugs or any of that. Your ticket is really important, don't forget. And don't buy them in the parking lot. They're scouts, they're not real, you're not going to be able to get in. End of story. Buy them at the box office or ahead of time, which is probably your best bet, because some days sell out really quick. Sunscreen. Remember sunscreen, or you're going to end up looking like a lobster and be in pain for the rest of your life. And if you're like me, and you might have a job by that time, and you're going to have to get up and go to work the next day, you don't want to look like a lobster. Bring chapstick for your lips and Sharpies for things to get signed. Phones. You can bring a phone charger, but I've never seen a charging station, so, but it's still a good thing I don't want it, I guess. Although reception does kind of suck at sometimes. Hand sanitizer and camera. If you're going to bring a camera, then make sure it doesn't get wet, because I know it's summer and it's gonna rain. You should expect to have fun, and just don't be stupid and don't put down on other fans. Like, that's the thing I hate the most. Like, you go and you're there to have a good time, and then somebody's gonna say, oh my god, you're like 12, what are you doing here? Like, you're moshing, you're gonna get yourself hurt, like, you're so stupid. Like, don't let people like that get to you. Normally, merch-wise, shirts run $10 to $35, hoodies are $20 to $50, and wristbands are $3 to $5, and sometimes you get like CDs and stuff. And they're like $5, and there are going to be bands that follow Warped Tour. It happens every single year, and they're going to say, hey, you want to check out my music? And that's how you're going to get warped in to buy music that you actually really don't like, just because you feel bad for them. So if you're exiting and they come up to you, and I hate to say this, but if you want to give them a listen, that's great. If you don't like them, don't buy the CD, because you're going to run out of money, and it's just not going to be fun for you to come home with that CD that you're never going to listen to, and it's just going to sit there. But props to the bands that do follow Warped Tour, because like that takes guts. Food costs $3 to $7 inside, so bring your own food. Like, they'll never tell you you can't bring food inside, because they're more worried about you passing out than they are about getting money. Like, I think a slice of pizza is $3, and maybe a hamburger would be $7. So if you want to spend that much on food, great. If you want to spend Disney bucks on food at a band thing, that's fine. Meet and greets will cost you, most times it's like $10 at most. I know, I met Chiodos, or maybe it was drugs. I met both, and they were both $10 at the AP time, so just keep a lookout for that. And time appropriate. Like, if you really want to see a band that's playing at the same time this other band is doing a meet and greet, pick which one you want. You can bring a camera, just not one of the professional ones like the Canons, because they're like, oh, we're gonna take these and sell them online, so just be careful. I've seen kids there that are 6, so you would never do a Warped Tour unless you can't handle heat, or you'll get sunburned really easily. I would say if you're gonna go by yourself, wait until you're 16. That's just me. If you have an iPhone, download the Band's Warped Tour chat app thing, and it'll tell you when your bands are playing, what bands are playing that day, how to time it, you have your schedule. So yeah, just keep in mind water. because you don't want to pass out. Like, I've seen so many people pass out before. And if you get a head injury because of moshing, which by the way, they're not supposed to let us do this year, just be safe, be careful. Avoid moshing if you don't like moshing. Avoid circle pits if you don't like to fall. Just, you know, be safe, be smart, and have a good time. Bye, guys.